Hi. I wasn't always as you see me now. Thank you so much, Judge.
Thank you.
You are as beautiful a person as we have ever known. You're more than easy to love. Well, I'm going to tell a God story.
All right.
That's right.
Okay? Going back to sitting here listening for it. Friday, November 17th, 1967. Has that been a while? I'm a 24-year-old at Drake University in Des Moines, Iowa, getting a master's in psychology in behavioral science. A year before, I finished a degree in philosophy. And I view myself as a philosopher and as a seeker after truth above all. Some things happened in my life, and I realized that if there's no God, there's no bottom. It's all sound and fury, signifying nothing. And all of you, if you, at the end, because I was a pastor, that's when we realize, what's this been about? Maybe I've been walking backwards to my destiny rather than forwards. Okay, I don't want to scare you with that. But anyway, so I began seeking God. I was an agnostic. Well, anyway, I was dating a girl who was also getting a master's in psychology. We met friends of hers at this Mexican restaurant in Des Moines. And Bob, neat guy, we became friends. He was a senior chemist. He heard, because a woman friend of his had come up from Kansas City, that there was going to be a meeting where they were going to have the baptism of the Holy Spirit. What? Do you mean manifestations of God? Well, that's what they say. Bob, do you want to go? Okay. The girls didn't want to come, and that's fine. So we got to this church, and anyway, I just got to keep it very brief. At 1:30 in the morning, the Holy Spirit got me. Began with a finger on my head. And at that instant, I knew I could say no or yes. And I said, hell yes. Changed my life. That's the beginning. That's phase one. Okay. In December, about a month later, I go to Chicago. My sister and mother are living together in Fran, my sister's apartment on North Sheridan, to spend Christmas with her, with both. My mother, the first week was at a family funeral in Florida. My sister is an MSW, a psychiatric social worker, therapist, atheist. Oh, my poor brother, you've gone off the deep end. I've got to talk you out of this nonsense. It's like telling an astronaut who's been to the moon that the earth is really flat. Oh, sure. So we talked and this, that, the other, and then Christmas night, late Christmas, we're having a conversation. Anyhow, so we're gonna both go to bed. We're in the hallway. Her bedroom is that way, mine's this way. And I look, and on the dresser is Khalil Gibran's book, The Prophet. How many of you read The Prophet? Oh, you owe it to yourself. Anyhow, how it got there, we never figured out. So I picked it up and started opening it, and I love to read out loud, so I started reading, when love beckons you, follow him, though his ways are hard and steep. Oh, just this beautiful stuff. And I sat down on the edge of the bed, and we're going ooh and ah, not realizing that we're opening up our spirit. Suddenly, the atmosphere in the room changed, so help me, God. My sister said, can you feel it? All I felt was being thrown back into the bed and shaking. Mysterium tremendum, it's a technical term. We shake involuntarily at the manifestation of the holy. And as I watched, My sister was baptized in the Holy Spirit. Her life was changed forever in a matter of seconds. Seconds! Wow. 2 nights later, in prayer, in my back, God, I need more of you. Can I get more of the Holy Spirit? There's still an emptiness in me. I mean, it was great. So I'm praying. Okay. Then the atmosphere in the room begins to change. And I hear the beginning of the beating of wings. Like, it shivers like a host of angelic figures. I'm lying in bed. And as it gets closer and louder, with greater fervor and intensity, I began to feel as I'm being lifted off the bed, probably my spirit. And finally comes the Holy Spirit, taking my heart, seeming to lift it out of me, hallowing it, healing it, because I was wounded, loving it, and then putting it back. God is love. Love is God. It was love itself that healed me. It was love itself who is God, so whatever is of love is of God. Whatever is not of love ain't of God. Anyway, so it's over. I open my eyes, because I had them closed all the time, and there's sparks of light emanating from my heart. My sister comes in. She said she had a dream where she was told to wake up, that her brother had an experience. So needless to say, this was the beginning of my life with God. And it's been quite a life. Fast forward. July 1983. Saylorville Lake, northwest of Des Moines, Iowa. I'm now a Methodist pastor, a wonderful wife, 3 great kids, mostly. And I'm going to get wood or something, and there's a clover field ahead of me, gigantic, maybe a 30-degree climb, with a path through it, beautiful white Iowa clover. I enter the path, and I begin to hear the same tone and timbre of the host, the heavenly host. Oh my God! So I fall to my knees. Is it you again? Oh, yes, Lord. Okay, I'm ready. Please. Stays the same. So then I open my eyes and I look, and there are thousands of bees. And behind me, thousands of bees. It was unbelievable. And I got shivers. I knew I was shown something. This meant something. What did it mean? I have a musical ear. My middle son's an opera singer. My father was a singer. I'm a singer. That was the same tone and timbre. But I didn't know what it meant. See, it's been my experience that God is much better at showing than telling. Maybe so we have to be creative, and you get to figure it out. So, 20 years go by. I was 40 in 83. Now I'm 60, leading men on a 48-hour prayer retreat, and it just hits me like a revelation what the connection is, because ultimately, friends, this is not about me at all. This is about humanity and God. Okay, wait a minute, I thought. What is it that bees produce? Honey. Well, they were gathering, nectar, pollen, whatever, to generate honey. What food substance has no expiration date?
Honey.
Really? Okay. Well, the tone and timbre of the heavenly host, what did they bring? They brought infinite love. Well, wait a minute. What are we supposed to do? Why are we at all? I'm sure none of you have ever wondered that, right? It hit me, we are here, all of us, to generate love.
Oh.
I'm giving it to you straight. Don't look to the right, don't look to the left. We are here to generate love for God's sacred feast, as Gibran said in the prophet. Whatever else you're here to do, we each have our dharma in Buddhism and Hinduism. And I teach world religions, that's another story. Okay, our call that we have to perform. And if we don't do it, according to Hinduism, guess what? You get to have another life, and you get to try it again. And if that doesn't work, you get to have another life and try it again until you finally get it. And each of you will have your, quote, dharma, your assignment of who you love. And if you don't love that person, no one else may love them. Do you know that every exchange with another is an opportunity to bring more light into the world? Every exchange with another. You don't know where she is, where she's come from, where he's going. Generating love. Isn't that amazing? So we could all do